Welcome back to the Plus Money Podcast, your home for the best soccer bets in 15 minutes or less. I'm Andrew Passaro. He's Nick Dianni. We got 5 great games to bet on. We have Liverpool Arsenal, which headlines the weekend. We have an international break coming up, so it's our last gasp. This is like such a weird tease of we're going to give you all the soccer for 3 weekends, and then we're going to take it away from you, and then you're going to play for 3 more weekends, and then we're going to take it away from you, and then you're going to play for 3 more weekends, and we're going to take it away from you, and then you're never going to get it to stop until March. We're not there yet. I'm just looking forward to it. Speaking of things to look forward to, the Champions League, the 8 teams that everybody's going to play was released today. I was literally going, Nick, game by game. I'm going to bet the over there. I'm going to bet under there. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to say it's like Kid on a Christmas. It's okay. It gets the buzz, but like as I learned last year, none of this matters until the week before. So, and we're not at the week before yet. We're at this.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
yet. Are we gonna hit some fucking bets this weekend?
I'd like to because I wasn't with you last week, unfortunately, due to scheduling, but I don't think I hit a bet the week before. So that was the first time that happened, and I'd like for it to not happen again. So apologies to anybody that took our picks. I think that was a pretty shit week, but
It was
I
a
think
rough week.
I
It
think
took me
everybody had
until
a
the
bad
Como game.
opening week.
It took me until the Como game on Sunday afternoon. The fiance and I were doing a photo shoot in the park, and I was not watching the game. And I was like, "Cool, this is what it took for me to hit a fucking bet this
Yeah,
weekend."
whatever it takes.
And then I did okay in the Liverpool game. We will talk about Liverpool in a minute. Let's talk about Tottenham. They are taking on Bournemouth. Tottenham, suddenly the best team in the Premier League. Apparently, go to Manchester
Uh,
City, lay down the hammer. They're taking on Bournemouth, a Bournemouth team that and no wins yet on the board, but they did moral victory against Liverpool and then lost to Wolves. But I do like both teams to score an over 2.5 here. It is hit in the last 4 games when Bournemouth has played at Tottenham. That's -125. I'm trying to talk myself in the first half over 1.5 at +130. The number's good, but it's only hitting 1 of 3 Tottenham games. The everyone's going to tell you Richarlison props. Anytime goal scorer at +115, 2 shots on target at +115. But the actual prop you want to be on in this game is Pedro Porro, 2 shots at +105. He's hit that in 2 of 3 games this season. That is my player prop for this. What do you like? Tottenham Bournemouth.
I don't like that first half overs and that player shots and player goals like Richarlison, who I don't know if I had to look, probably has 20 goals in 100 games for Tottenham. I made that number up, but I bet it's pretty close if we go research it. Um, like he should not be +115. He should be plus
Mm-mm.
180 because he doesn't have that volume. So that annoys me a little bit, but everything you said about Tottenham is true. They are the hottest team right now. I don't believe they've let in many goals, if any. Um, so we're going to take them and we're going to take over. We're going to parlay money line with over 1.5, and that's -110. You can take money line on your own if you want to. It's a little chalky. It's like -135, most books. Shop around. If you get a better price, go ahead and take it. But I think they get to 2 goals or they could win 2-1. So
I,
I like that together.
I like that as well. You can add that to my card. And you were bang on. 93 total appearances for Richarlison, 22 goals at
Yeah.
Tottenham. That's all
So,
comps. 18 goals in 72 Premier League appearances.
and
That is
again,
according.
that's pretty good for a guy who I don't necessarily consider like a striker. I mean, I know he is, but you know what I mean? He's not that guy. So that's okay, but he shouldn't be getting +115 numbers to get a goal. That just doesn't
No,
make sense.
no, he's had a very good start to the season. If I had to play one of the 2 numbers, I'd play the 2 shots on target before the anytime goal score.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest are taking on West Ham. This one is on here because West Ham are 100% going to be the first team that fires their manager, and it might happen after they get spanked in this game. You just gave out the same bet for Tottenham that I'm giving out for Nottingham Forest. Forest and over 1.5 is +100. You add over 2.5, it's +165. West Ham gave up 3 goals in both has given up 3 goals in both games all 3 games that they've played this season between Cup and between the Premier League, and they played a Premier League team in the Cup. They lost to Wolves. Forest has won both games with 3 goals in them against West Ham last year, so I like Forest and over 1.5. If you want to kick it up to over 2.5 at +165, I think the value is there. Chris Wood anytime is +120. I don't love it that low, but
Nice. He's
this
picking up where he left off. Yep.
screams Chris Wood game. Screams, and he's off to a good start. I think he had a brace in the
Agree.
opening day.
Agree. No, listen, I think it's very early. It's 2 weeks in, but Forest is a team that if this continues, I will have been wrong about. I thought they would regress in a big way, but they're kind of playing the way they were playing last year. Chris Wood looks good. Good for him. I absolutely think they win this game, but I am going to go with the gambler special. Lucas Paqueta, shot on target, minus 115.
Ooh.
The man lives to make us money, whether you're betting on yellow cards, whether you're betting on something stupid, shot on target, he's going to get one.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I think the forced regression is coming.
It could. It
Let's
could.
wait until the Thursday Sunday schedule happens because they're in Europa League for 8 games this season.
Yeah.
That is 8 weeks of
And they'll be
grueling
traveling.
football, and they will be traveling. So the forced regression is coming. The big game of the weekend, and this used to be one of my favorite games of the year. Okay, there was a time where Arsenal were not good, and this was like my loaded up game of the year without a doubt, game lock. And now Mikel Arteta has made Arsenal annoying, and they're good, and it's not as fun of a game anymore. But it's Liverpool Arsenal. Couple stats for you: the last Arsenal win at Anfield was, I think, during the Obama administration.
Ooh,
It was
that's a
September of
stat.
2012.
That's a stat.
Okay. Um, over three, they've played 12 times in the league since then at Anfield. The over 3.5 has hit in 11 of
Yeah.
those 12 games. Um, Liverpool's defense stinks out loud right now. Ibrahima Konate looks like a baby deer learning how to walk for the first time. I do. The reliable accounts on Twitter saying that the bid for Mark Gahey has put in. Indy Kalia is on it. Or Kalia, I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he's saying that the Mark Gahey bid is in, and he's been right about a lot of things this summer. Um, I think you play either team total over 1.5. Liverpool it's plus 100. Arsenal it's plus 145. Over 3.5 at plus 200. I think Arsenal could score 4 goals in this game, scarily enough, if the
Yeah.
way Liverpool play the way they have been playing. Over 2.5 at minus 135 is great. Both teams to score, and over 2.5 at minus 105 is great. There's a lot to look at this game. I
Yeah.
think this is going to be wide open. Ekitike anytime at plus 175. I'm hitting that until it stops. And Cody Gakpo, I want to bring him up. Plus 260 anytime goal scorer, score or assist plus 175. He has 10 straight EPL starts with a goal contribution at Anfield.
I like it.
I, though that being said, this game to me feels like the first Arsenal win at Anfield since 2012, and you're getting them at like plus 200 on the money line.
Yeah. Listen, what I'll say is I don't know enough about Arsenal yet, outside of like my blind hatred for Arsenal, right? I don't want them to succeed.
There's a reason you're on
That
this
be
podcast.
that being said, um, who did let's take a look at who they beat. They beat a Manchester United team who, by all accounts, is still going to be terrible, and they whooped Leeds.
At
Okay,
home, at the Emirates. At
yeah,
the
and
Emirates.
listen, is it good for them to come into this matchup having scored 5 goals in the previous game? Of course, everybody would want to do that. But it's Leeds. So I don't know enough about them to say that they are definitively going to win this game. Numbers great, but if you just follow the odds, Liverpool money line is like what it's telling me. I like the draw. I like the draw at plus 250. I really could see that happening. I think it suits both teams. It's early enough in the season. Liverpool takes care of business and gets out of this with the way their defense has been playing at a draw. That's fine. If Arsenal go to Anfield to get a draw, that looks good for them. It seems all too logical, so that's what I think I'm going with. But I do like Arsenal team total. Actually, I got it at plus 150, and that's just because of how bad Liverpool's defense has been, not because I think Arsenal, is going to score 2 goals or even win the game. They should, because they can, but it's more about how bad Liverpool's defense has been.
Bukayo Saka definitively out. Sounds like Odegaard's going to give it a go, but has a
No,
shoulder injury. I don't understand why they'd risk it. You just signed
yeah,
Madueke. You just signed um, Eze from
yeah.
Crystal Palace. Just throw him in there.
You would think,
Um,
but they're just getting a ton of goals off set pieces, and
yeah,
it
yeah.
just every week I look at the box score or I watch the game, and it's like, oh, okay, this central defender scored, or that midfielder who was the 11th pick on the roster today scored. So if they're getting goal contributions like that, the way Liverpool's letting in goals, the plus 150 is probably too good to pass up.
And Liverpool don't look good on set pieces. I will add that. Like the set piece goal that they gave up to make it 2-2 for the Newcastle game. I was watching that game and I was like, oh, I don't like this. What are they doing? They're going to give up a goal here. And I literally called it before the ball, like as they were lining up. I was like, this is not what you want. Gabrielle is minus 160 to have a shot in the game. And let me see if I can find where's Saliba's plus 185 to have a shot in this game. Just a shot, not even on target,
Yeah,
but
that's it.
could see it. All right, let's move to Italy. Two fun games to talk about. I have a couple other games that I'll talk about over on the Patreon, so make sure you're checking that out. Bologna Como. I kind of watched Bologna Roma. Didn't see enough out of Bologna in that game. Como looked good. We knew they were going to look good. Nico Paz, we know that kid's got a boot on him. Both teams score at minus 112. I'll roll the dice there. I'll
Yes.
add that number. Especially with Bologna at home. Um, I think too, like I watched a lot. Como was on television a lot during their preseason here in the States. They're trying to increase their
Hipster
market
squad.
share.
Yep.
Hey man, they got me. I think I could sell the fiance on a trip to Como to go see the boys play. I don't think that's a hard sell right now. Um, I I want to play. Could you talk me into Como and Drano bet at plus 110? I could definitely
Yeah.
talk myself. I could talk myself into team total over 1.5 at plus 200. I can definitely talk myself into that.
Yeah. I tend to agree. I think I said that yesterday that if you're gonna play one or the other, play the team total because I could see a scenario where Bologna don't lose the game at home. This is another odds game for me. Like when I say it's an odds game, you just look at what's right in front of you. Bologna money line would be the play. If I didn't know anything about either team, I would blindly take Bologna on the money line just based on looking at the market, right? But I do like the over 1.5. I'm with both teams to score. I got it at minus 110. I mean, I don't think Bologna are getting shut out 2 games in a row. They didn't look very good against Roma. Their midfield was bad. Roma really controlled the game from that standpoint. But Bologna saw their chances. They hit a post. I think Svilar made a few good saves. I don't think Roma was in danger of losing that game or really giving up a lead. But Bologna looks good enough to score. And I don't think, I mean, I expected better performance out of them this week.
Yeah, they're at home fans. Give it another week. I do have questions. I mean, they lost two big pieces. And Ndoye left, and they lost which center back left for Napoli. Um,
Yeah, I can't pronounce his name ever.
yeah, but those are two
Yeah.
big pieces
And
for
Immobile's
Bologna.
hurt already,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
sucks.
exactly. Right.
Um,
So
but here the thing is, we're gonna try to not overreact to like in Italy specifically, right? There's been one game so far. Let's don't go all in and overreact over what you saw last week, right? There could be a regression. Or hey, Como could be the real deal and they come in this game and they score four. Don't really care. Just let Bologna score one.
Orsolini plus 155 score or assist.
Legend.
Nico Paz score or assist plus 175.
Yeah,
Those were the two players that I'm like, hey, if you want to play a player prop here, those are the guys to go to.
definitely.
Torino are taking on Fiorentina. Fiorentina advancing into Conference League. They did play today. It was dramatic. I think they walked into the game up 3-0 on aggregate, gave up 2 goals, and then scored 3 goals late.
Yeah.
They win. They advanced 6-2, but it wasn't pretty. Torino got manhandled against Inter Milan on Monday.
They're not going to be good.
No. I mean, they sold the only two players I know on Torino. I
And they
know.
hired a terrible coach in Marco
Yeah.
Baroni.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be. If you're a Torino fan and you listen to this podcast, I need you to comment because I
Hit us up.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need
You
to
can
know.
get on next week with us or whatever.
Yeah, we'll give you a shout out. Okay. But so I'm not speaking ill will of Torino here. I'm going to take
I am.
Fiorentina money line here. Plus 135. It's. I don't think this is a lock, but I'm gonna play it because Torino looked so bad against Inter, and I'm not ready to like fully believe in this Inter project just yet.
Yeah,
You know what
no,
I mean?
100%. And we know like Thuram goes really hard in August and September, right? So I think he had 2 goals last week, two goals and an assist or something like that. This Torino team is not going to be good. That's just the fact, right? Everything you're saying. Fiorentina did not have to travel. They were at home today, so that's good. They did start a ton of reserves. That's good. They're still trying to figure it out. They have a new coach as well, but Pioli's a proven guy, right? He's a
Yeah.
good coach. Um, I expect way more out of them. I think they gave up like a 94th minute goal last week to not get the win, but
Yep.
another example of them really playing well and should have 1. So at plus 130, plus 135 that you got, you have to take it. There's no two ways about it.
Moise Kane plus 170 or Dzeko plus 175 anytime.
Yeah, and Dzeko played 90 today, so I don't know that he's
Yeah,
going to
maybe.
start.
Yeah,
I'd look at the guy like Gudmundsson before I looked at Dzeko, but Moise
yeah,
Kean at plus 170, he had 20 something goals last year, and
yep,
Torino stank. So
yep.
that's a great fucking play.
As a guy who invested in him, Golden Boot winner, I would like some goals this week.
There you go.
Let's speaking of goals this weekend, let's go to the Bundesliga for both teams to score. This is an exclusively both teams to score Bundesliga play because every game on Saturday with both teams to score in the Bundesliga, and you know what? I could see it happening again. We're starting with Hoffenheim and Frankfurt. Frankfurt,
Not going
they
to be very good.
Right. They sold their two best attacking players in the last 6 months and still scored a ton of goals last week. They've got another 18-year-old Uzan or something like that. All I know is that I saw Liverpool linked to him already. So I'm like, cool. Start up the rumors now. We're going there. Werder Bremen are taking on Leverkusen. Newsflash: Leverkusen haven't fixed their back line. I think I again. Leverkusen are also, I think, will be a very good team in the back half of the Bundesliga team because they're basically doing like a full rebuild. Everybody's leaving, new players are coming in. They're bringing in some cool players. But like, what Verts, Ta, they lost their keeper. They almost lost Boniface. They
Mhm.
also lost Frimpong. They lost Xhaka. Like the majority of the team that won that Invincibles run is it's that team's gone. And
Mhm.
then speaking of teams that sold strikers, I put Stuttgart and Gladbach on the list. Stuttgart just sounds like they're selling their striker so that Liverpool can actually buy Alexander Isak. So that one will probably be done by Monday. But if you're listening to this on Friday and Alexander Isak is a Liverpool player, well, I'm a happier player person. That's like plus 215. If you want an alternate bonus super leg, it's Miami Chicago Saturday night in the MLS.
I dig that, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, get in the Bundesliga, just whether you watch it or not, get your over 2.5s in now because they won't be around this time next month, right? Early on in the year, books sleep a little bit. Every
Yeah.
game last week had 3 goals or more, right? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure every single game. Maybe not
Except
Sunday.
not Sunday. Every
Yeah.
Saturday game, I think, was both teams scoring over 2.5.
Yeah.
And I
So
think I think first half over 1.5 hit in almost every single one of those games too.
get them
So
while you can.
yeah, that now's a great time to go shopping in that 9:30 window for the Bundesliga before the Premier League starts. So maybe the sports books aren't waking up for that 9:30 game. They're a little hungover from the day before. But yeah, that's a great shout. Capitalize it while you can. That will wrap it up from us. We will not have a pod next weekend or next week as there is international break. Does that mean that we will not be betting on international football? Absolutely not. We are the sicko degenerates that you want to follow for all of our hot takes on us hate watching the Italians. I think we're playing Estonia on Thursday.
I don't even, I don't
I
know.
looked,
I'm
I
like
was looking,
dreading call ups, to
I
be
was
honest.
looking, I was looking, I was looking already at next week's international games. I was like, "Oop, this is going to be parlayed. This is going to be parlayed."
Yep.
Um,
If you want to be let down, take Italy over 2.5 goal team total and just
no,
watch it
no,
not come
no,
through.
no, 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 no,
Watched
no,
it my
no.
whole life, not come
No,
through.
no, we just don't score
Yeah,
goals. We have,
no,
but hey, Freddie Chiesa on the squad apparently.
yeah,
Excited about that. There's
yeah,
one creative player for the Italians, and then there'll be 23 other players who know how to kick the ball left and right.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, so we'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks as we get ready for match day 4 and Champions League's around the corner. So everybody get ready because it's coming. It's
Oh
coming.
yeah.
So is Christmas. But we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Bet responsibly. Have a great one. And oh yeah, if you're looking for more bets, I have 5 more games. I have a goal scorer parlay and more over on the Patreon. So go check that out. Until next week. See ya.
Good luck.